What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Robert Sykes, KetoSavage.com, and I am going to do an egg fast. Now, why would I want to do an egg fast? First, let's give a little background story here. I've been getting tons of DMs and emails and pings and questions and inquiries about egg fast. I feel like people think it's this miraculous diet fast that cures all problems and solves all issues. Let's talk about that for a second. First of all, what is the egg fast not? The egg fast is not some miracle diet that allows you to bust through every plateau simply because you're eating the almighty egg. So, why do people even do egg fast? I think people do egg fast because they hit a plateau, they hit a stall, they're wanting to mix things up, they want to simplify things, and for whatever reason or another, they've heard on the internet that it's the ticket to success and the way to break through and reach the goal. It's not the eggs in particular that are doing so. So, if you're eating nothing but eggs, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not super well versed on this, but I believe I did a quick Google search on egg fast diets, and from what I could find in 30 seconds of research, the egg fast diet basically consists of eating nothing but eggs all day long, along with some fat sources like butter, oils, heavy cream, stuff like that. You can use condiments, but as long as they're low carb. I believe that's basically the general consensus of what the egg fast diet consists of. So when you're eating eggs, whether it be scrambled eggs, fried eggs, hard-boiled eggs, whatever, eggs are pretty high in volume. Most eggs have 6 grams of protein, 5 grams of fat, and about half a gram of carb per whole egg for a large egg. So by default, it's pretty low carb, and there's a pretty even ratio, not quite a 1-to-1, but pretty close to 1-to-1 of protein to fat, which tends to work well for most people. Plus, it's very high volume food. Like if you're going to eat a handful of scrambled eggs, like it's a pretty good portion size. I start incorporating eggs a lot when I'm in a contest prep simply because I'm getting a lot of volume in without as much caloric density, so I feel more full even as my calories taper down. It's kind of like a good hunger hack in that regard, but the end result is a lower total caloric intake if you're just eating eggs with not really counting any calories. By default, if you're eating that volume of food, you're not likely going to be getting in as much calories unless you're just adding a ton of butter and oils to the egg dishes. So basically, I think people see a decrease in weight and kind of tighten up because their carbs are significantly lower, because their calories wind up being lower, and because they just take away a lot of the noise in their diet and nutrition. It's kind of like an elimination diet. It's definitely an elimination diet, similar to carnivore in that regard. Like when you're doing a carnivore diet, you're not having all the keto-friendly desserts and the cookies and all that stuff. So it's kind of like an easy way to just close the gap on things that are not bringing you closer to the goal. So, that said, I'm going to try it simply because, main reason being I haven't had eggs in a while, and I miss eggs. I like eggs. But I want to kind of see and illustrate that the egg itself is not what's causing any success. It's basically just eliminating all the other variables and naturally having a lower caloric intake simply because of the volume of food. So I played around with some numbers just to kind of see what kind of macros I'd be hitting if I was to do an egg fast. And I'm going to drop my calories slightly. Right now, I've probably been averaging around 3,000 calories a day. I'm going to drop them slightly to probably around 2,700 calories for the purpose of this experiment. I'm going to be eating 24 eggs a day, 2 dozen eggs a day, which I had to laugh because the daily recommended dose of cholesterol is like 300 milligrams for an average person. 24 eggs a day puts me at like 4,500 something milligrams, which is kind of crazy. Okay, so in the morning, I'm going to have a keto coffee, heavy cream, 4 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons of butter, and probably a tablespoon of MCT oil, which I might swap in and out for coconut oil. Meal 1 is going to consist of a dozen eggs and 2 tablespoons of some type of fat, whether that be olive oil, butter, coconut oil, something of that nature. And then meal 2 is going to consist of another dozen eggs and another 2 tablespoons of some type of fat. I may throw in some salsa from time to time just to kind of mix it up and give my flavor profile a little change. But for the most part, it's just going to be 24 eggs a day with a couple tablespoons of butter with each meal or olive oil, and then a keto coffee in the morning. Not really sure what to expect here, but like I said, I've been craving eggs, so I feel like this is going to be a good way to satisfy this craving. Just kind of wipe the slate clean and start fresh. Again, don't let the hype, sway you. Eggs and egg fasts are not this miraculous diet that's going to solve all your problems. It's just simply a lower caloric intake on average because you get more volume and you're removing all the other variables from your diet that can cause a lot of water retention, like a lot of the artificial sweeteners and things of that nature. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to eat my eggs. I'm going to talk to you every day this week, but I'm going to talk to you probably on Friday. I'll probably do this through Friday, just to let you know how it goes. Starting weight is 177. That's what I weighed today, and yeah, that's about the only stats I've got for you. So talk to you soon.